home to the Air Force Falcons. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on a conference rival from the American, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Air Force's offense will have the football first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a... They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock. But it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. All right, guys, let's chat about Air Force. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The Falcons decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Florida Atlantic's offense has its first opportunity of the day. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
This time on target. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And the DB right with him to knock it away. Guys, let's talk about Florida Atlantic. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Let's talk for a second about Florida Atlantic. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help him out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Wide receiver comes in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida Atlantic.
Would have just been a 47-yard field goal attempt from here, but they are thinking touchdowns and trying to move the chains here on fourth. Makes a grab past the marker. Breaks into the open. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Owls are moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
7, Air Force 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Let's talk for a second about Air Force. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. But don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good 3-star running back just this past week.
Yeah, and you create some excitement, you create some momentum. These are the kind of guys that, man, they come in right away. They got a chance to play. Like, you're telling them the future's going to be bright. We're trying to build something special. We just need you.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He'll heave it deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to it early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early this football game.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They boot it away. Catches it at the 30. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Here's the pressure. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Preston.
You know, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Preston. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier fourth down, they'll try to do it for a second time in the opening quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Gives it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He's got it on the right. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And, guys, Florida Atlantic has the edge. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Nelson. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, we've got a final in that Mountain West Conference battle of note. San Diego State had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans are psyched for hoop season, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Mountain West, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Calls his own number. There he goes. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see.
Touchdown, Air Force. Great job by the back on the option. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll try to get outside. Just plowing ahead. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Right back to the well. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Preston. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch. It's Murray.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
He might want another play. They just keep firing. Caught near the sticks. It's Platt. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Looking downfield on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Offensive line has got to do a better job communicating, and they got to do a better...
Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The DBs will back off a bit. Leaves it with the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got rid of it just in time. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. The Falcons send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Still running at the 40. Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw...
Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab. It's Preston. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line. The Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Fires toward the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They're setting up the screen. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the back. He's got his man. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Falcons will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Great job getting the interception. Maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy. You're finding your blockers. You're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get on offense and get a few throws. That was a phenomenal individual effort.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Goes to the option. Touchdown, Falcons! And the comeback is on. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Michigan State pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in East Lansing. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's a heat. He's going to throw deep right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Finds some room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Owls!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Using his feet.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Lets it fly. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Nelson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Caught over the middle. It's Nelson. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Gets the back moving. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Falcons will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field it close to the 50. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He's running free down the middle. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Air Force. How about this defense taking one? The house.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Air Force 21.
He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. The offense has been really productive both ways, both scoring and giving up the ball, David.
Yeah, the boom or bust offense is not good. Like, we have to take care of the football. It's a premium to take care of the football. Every time you've taken care of it, Palmer, you've driven down the field and had successful drives.
I didn't have this on my bingo card, I'll be honest. Turning the ball over this... having the lead, but their defense and special teams have done their part. Offensively now, just do your job, and you're probably pulling away in this one.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Now improvising. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll blow it dead just across midfield around the 45. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the 3rd. To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Falcons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
The Falcons need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Here on 3rd down. Motion from the back. Toss to the left. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And the Falcons will call on their punt team. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. First play of this drive comes from the 27. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Got it behind the line. It's Platt.
They'll be getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. The pull and throw off the RPO.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Making side adjustments here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. So you've come up big, you've forced a 3rd down. One more big stop. Now I can get him to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
Quick release by the QB. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. A target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Here comes the heat. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. These corners going to give these receivers some space. quick pass on the jet motion. Fights off a defender. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Falcons will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped sometimes.
There he goes. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those time.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The give on the option. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Quick timeout called by the defense. Clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for space. It's Washington. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Falcons. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. He's looking to pass. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And he muffs it, a loose football.
You know, the worst thing that can happen to return men is muffing punts, fumbling it, putting on the ground, and he did it right there. He's very lucky he was able to jump on his own fumble.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They go to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got it on the left. Off to the races. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. And the Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the fullback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The give to the big fullback. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Deep shot for the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the sideline celebration is on as they've taken the lead in the final minute.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed a stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 completion.
The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to